Hello, YouTube. This is youmils03. Back in September, about a month into the fall season, I think it was September 30th, so a good month into fall, I did a fall 2022 tag up video where I basically said that I could create a little personal video for the YouTube community where I wouldn't talk about anything specific. Much of my YouTube channel, as hopefully some of you guys have seen, is about cars, right? Is how I've been to car shows as a child. This is something that I've been interested in ever since I was probably 11 or 12 years old. And then more recently, much more recently, when I was 26, I started filming programming videos, computer programming. And so you can see a collection of about 72 Java videos and about 72 Python videos. And so whichever language you're more interested in learning or you have more of a need to learn, you could go ahead and go through my curriculum. And I understand and acknowledge that my programming videos on YouTube are not going to be the most popular ones, right? They're not going to necessarily have 2 million people clicking on them, although maybe one day 2 million people will click on this video, but probably not. But they're still fun for me to just watch, and it helps me stay connected to the software industry, and it helps my skills stay fresh because when you learn things in school, unless you practice them regularly, a lot of that knowledge and a lot of those skills and the problem solving techniques that you learned can go out the door if you're not practicing them frequently enough. So that's why I like doing these videos, is because it helps keep me in the know about programming stuff. It's just can be so much fun to write code. There are millions of ways to do the same thing in a programming language, and what you can do is compare and contrast programs on account of time complexity and space complexity and how many keystrokes they take. But the point of this video is not to talk about computer programming or cars, right? I already have hundreds of videos that are either about cars or computer programming. I think I have about 500 to 600 YouTube uploads, maybe not quite that many, but I think it could be approaching that amount with all the different car shows that I've been to and just everything that I've done. It's a little pet project that I have, and it's mostly just for fun, mostly just for me. But then occasionally, every once in a while, maybe I would show a particular playlist to employers or something like that, just in case they wanted to look at some of the ways that I spend my time. I really like explaining concepts to other people and using my knowledge in a way that will add value for others. It's just a fun project to look back at. If I'm 49 years old, I can go back and say, oh, damn, look at those programming videos I filmed 23 years ago. That's assuming they'll still be available on YouTube in the future, right? Hopefully it doesn't get like discontinued and people have figure out a way to save all their stuff before all the videos get taken down or whatever. But it has been a fun platform for me to engage with for over half of my life. And I have videos that I filmed when I was like 12 years old, and my voice is like 2 or 3 octaves higher, so you can go view that if you want. I'm not sure how good the Zoom video quality is going to be. When I did the fall 2022 tag up video about 4 months ago at the end of September, about a month into fall, what happened is that I was using a MacBook Pro that I had bought from someone about 2 or 3 months before I filmed that video. And the MacBook Pro is from like 2010 or something. The year doesn't really matter, but clearly it had been used and used and used and used. And it's just really freaking slow. And that's why it was really laggy. And so it's like you could hear my voice, I think, reasonably well, but then the video was like you could see my face for like a second, and then you would see like the next posture that I was in for a second. You know, those like really crappy, really poorly done videos, and so it's almost funny how poor quality that video is, and so hopefully this one's slightly better. And I guess why I brought all of that up is because I don't know how good this Zoom video quality is on this computer, which I'm just borrowing. I just bought from Best Buy, bought for 2 weeks so that I could film some programming videos because apparently my previous computer sucks. But anyway, I have a little toy here. It's just a little e-cigarette. This one is called the Smock or Smoke. I think it's probably pronounced Smock, S-M-O-K. It's the Gram 25 model. And yeah, I don't know if you guys can readily see the amount of like e-liquid that's in it. My bottle has like sort of pretty much become empty. This flavor is called um, I don't even know. The bottle doesn't readily make it apparent what flavor it is. But it's just a little toy that I bought. It was about, including tax, like 27 bucks, and it came with two wicks, and it has this like electrical display on it, which will tell you how long your pull has been, how many pulls you've taken, the number of power, like the power setting that you've put it on, and also the battery level. So it's a cool little thing that I've been using a little bit. I was born in Massachusetts. I lived there till I was 6. Then my mom's work brought us to California, so I grew up there until I was 9. Moved back to Massachusetts for all of about 8 or 9 or 10 months, the better part of a year. And then I moved back to California when I was 10, stayed there till I was 18, went to college in North Carolina for 4 years till I was 22, went to grad school in Missouri until I was 25, ended up staying there for a job with an aerospace company until I was 26. There was a little bit of fallout. I made some poor personal and life choices, and so I sort of had to pivot and change my job situation, my romantic situation. I was going through a very difficult time. I'm 27 now, so I'm still pretty young, but I am old enough to really start feeling the impacts of poor decisions that I made in the past. And as kids, sometimes when we make poor decisions, we'll have parents or teachers talk to us about it, and it's not fun to hear the feedback and advice that they're giving you. But damn, it's important to take it, because if you make mistakes as an adult, it bites you in the ass a hell of a lot harder. But I was in Missouri from 22 years old to 26, so 4 years in Missouri, just like I was in North Carolina for 4 years. And then I've been in Arizona now for about a year and a half, from the 4th of July, 2021 to now here, the end of January, 2023. It's a giant area. It's a very big metropolitan area. It's not just Phoenix, it's also Chandler, Scottsdale, Gilbert, Mesa, Queen Creek, Avondale, Peoria, Glendale, right? There's a crap load of cities around here, and each of them have cool things to explore. Most of them have cool things to explore about them, right? You probably wouldn't just go into Gilbert just to go into Gilbert, but maybe you would find one or two or three neat events there on a particular night, or you would go into Tempe. There's more clubbing there and young people hanging out and drinking on the weekends. But yeah, I'm working at a aerospace manufacturer now. I do mechanical engineering, so 3D design. I've been there for about 6 months. Not totally thrilled with the company, but most people are not totally thrilled with their companies, so I don't think I'm in much worse of a boat than most people in America. And I think that we constantly need to realize that you only live once and life is short, with the fact that life is also long. And how do you enjoy yourself, and how do you bring yourself, um, how do you find mindfulness and enjoy yourself at nighttime? Um, and how do you make important, worthwhile life decisions that are going to set you up for success in the future? So always realizing that there's no rewind button, but what actions can we do in the play and the fast forward so that we never want to hit a rewind button that we'll never be able to touch? And that is a metaphor for saying we can't reverse the bad decisions that we've made, but we can certainly use the knowledge from making those bad decisions as fuel to make better decisions in the future so that we won't regret those new decisions. But yeah, that's what you got going on. I didn't want to make this tag up video too long, but another thing I do want to say in this YouTube video is that this channel should not be one directional, right? It's not just youmils03 presenting videos to the community and maybe occasionally posting a comment on other people's videos or writing a message to someone. It's not just me interacting with you, but you also should be interacting with my channel and providing comments on my videos or suggesting ideas for new videos, getting into conversations and dialogues, posting some of your own videos. Go ahead and make a channel, make a pet project, find something that you're interested in, whether it's salamanders or birds or lizards or cars or types of foods that you enjoy, or a particular recreational drug that you find interesting, right? Provided that it's legal and wouldn't be removed from YouTube. but just find something that you're interested in because these YouTube videos can be a lot of fun to come back to. As far as programming, what I'm thinking is to do about two more Java videos. I'm going to have a lesson 73 and a lesson 74. They're going to be about 20 minutes long. We're going to talk about a couple other things. Then in Python, I want to have two more lessons as well. But I'm also going to continuously be going to car shows. I'm doing car shows in the area and really trying to explore what neat rides there are. You might be starting to see a couple duplicates, like maybe I have two or three or four Eldorados or something, but they might be from different model years, right? And they have different paint finishes and different engine types and different histories. So no two car shows are the same, no two cars are the same, but it's not just going to be cars and computer programming. And it's also not just going to be my videos in general. I'd also like you to post your own videos and just interact with the channel and post things, comment things, create a GitHub account. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future, and we can make YouTube sort of a dynamic project and a way for people to spend their free time instead of doing things that they shouldn't be doing. But hopefully that was interesting and you get to learn a little bit more about me. I'd like to learn a little bit more about my subscribers. I have a modest base that has accumulated gradually as I've put up more videos over the weeks and the months and the years, and soon to be decades, I guess, if this channel stays around for a long time. But now I'm just rambling. So it's 6 o'clock a.m. on a Saturday. I hope you enjoy your weekend and just stay tuned for more videos and comment on them. From youmils03, thanks for watching and please subscribe.